Any monster hit by this weapon will die within 3 seconds because after 3 seconds a powerful air pressure will fall, crushing the target into a pool of blood. However, the monster in front of them actually held on. It only lost a pair of wings, but its body remained intact. The two masters were shocked. Normally, even Jesus would shake his head at this strike, but its vitality was unbelievably strong. Jack signaled his teammates not to interfere. He raised the super pressure gravity gun, ready to take the monster's head. The power of this shot was enough to destroy any creature, but the monster still did not die. Jack fired 3 shots in succession. It not only survived, but slowly stood up. Jack was stunned. The monster became even more furious after repeated strikes. Jack kept pulling the trigger in fear. Countless blasts of compressed energy poured out instantly, but the monster withstood the attacks. Suddenly, it grabbed Jack and slammed him hard to the ground, then repeatedly slammed him in the same brutal way. The teammates standing by witnessed all of this, but did not help. At the critical moment, Jack drew his air cannon and fired frantically. In an instant, one of the monster's arms and half its head were blown apart. It completely went berserk. Holding Jack tightly, the immense force tore open the battlesuit's protection. The internal hydraulic system immediately failed. Jack had no choice but to put aside his pride and call his teammates for help. However, they did not care at all because they were all solo fighters. They had never had the sense of cooperation. In the moment of crisis, Jack used his last bit of strength to draw the air cannon, aimed at the monster, and fired 3 shots. The monster's head exploded from the inside on the spot. The monster finally fell. At this moment, George slowly stepped forward. His smile froze instantly. Jack was motionless. His internal organs had already been crushed by the monster. George was shocked. The others were also stunned and speechless. The second-ranked master of the Osaka team had died like this. Suddenly, George felt a chill from behind. He turned around. A bald man slowly walked over. He swung his warblade and charged, instantly cut the monster into 3 pieces. However, in the next second, its body rapidly regenerated like nanotechnology and split into 4 identical bald men. Moments later, these split bodies once again merged in a bizarre way. Then they came to the remains of Tengu. Seeing his guardian dead in such a tragic state, he was furious. George came to his senses and immediately drew his blade to attack from behind. But the bald man seemed to have eyes in the back of his head. His movements were extremely agile dodge. Every strike from George, even with full effort, Jack could not touch a single hair on him. George was gasping for breath. After adjusting his breathing, he entered attack mode again, went forward and grabbed the bald man, covering his mouth and nose. George thought he had finally subdued him. However, this move triggered the bald man's second form, the Hell Witch. George did not have time to dodge. He was completely swallowed. As the Hell Witch fully manifested, only George's head was spat out. This scene filled his teammates' eyes with despair.